Welcome back, family and friends. This week we're gonna try to stay warm using this Stoke fire pit. Stay tuned, everybody. I'm not the best at starting fires, but we're gonna use what we have to start this fire. This is probably gonna be the first sort of fire that I've done on this channel, so bear me if I do some things wrong, which I probably am. Forgot my axe, so I have to put these in. Well, I have some cardboard and some igniter that I'm gonna try to use with this. Like I said, I've never started a fire before, but I'm gonna try to do it my best way. You know, I've been watching a lot of channels and getting a lot of feedback from a lot of people, and I always wondered why I didn't use a fire pit. And just got one in right after the Christmas holiday, so I'm gonna try to use that and start a fire. I have some firewood. All the firewood that I was gonna use is buried under ice, under the snow after that big snowstorm that we had. So let me see what we can do. These cotton balls with petroleum jelly, they're great at igniting fires. So let me try to see how this works. I've also learned that lint is a great igniter. All right, you can't see it that well, but we have a lot in there to try to ignite this fire. So let me check up on the kids, then I'll light the fire. One of the main purposes I want to light this fire is because I want to try this Mountain House Adventure meal. This is the buffalo style chicken mac and cheese. I've never tried these before, but just in case I'm doing my truck life thing again, I can have me a quick meal to heat up and to use. But I want to try it out first here. All right, let me see how the kids are doing over here. What y'all doing? Waiting for the iPad to charge? You didn't change the charger?
I found my iPad.
You playing with your iPad? All right, let me change the charger out. Let's see how this blowtorch works. The kids are all right, but this is the Coleman propane 1 pound bottle, and I just have this little attachment. I think I got this from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. All right, setting some things on fire here. Let's go. I'm gonna set some of these small ones. Let's see if I can get some of this lint, because the lint goes on fire real fast. Let's see. I got the fire started. Let's see if it can continue burning. Like I said before, this is my first fire, but I learned how to do this from watching like some of the other channels. Plus I put in some of my own experience by putting my own accelerants in there. And again, when I'm using this, I'm keeping it a good distance away from the RV so we don't burn anything. But this is a East Oak fire pit. Check out that fire burning. I have my boy out here with me and my pup as we enjoy this nice fire, keeping warm outside. This is what it's about. This is so freaking cool. Just to be out here in all the elements with a nice fire, with an East Oak fire pit. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can fit this grate on here. I mean, it'll have more room a little bit later, but that's just enough for now. I have my tea kettle on now. Don't know how long that's gonna take, but we're gonna try to heat this up and try that mac and cheese by Mountain House. Freeze-dried food. It is kind of cold out here, but pretty soon I'm gonna have to try to find some more sticks, some more of these little trees that are falling down, little branches to go along with this wood just to keep it burning. The wood is burning pretty good, but I can use a little bit more. I have a chainsaw. I was gonna saw off some branches, but it's so cold out here, you know, where, you know, it snowed and a lot of the falling trees is under snow and ice, and it's all wet once I get it up from it freezing. so you won't be able to use it. But I am finding branches that fell over the iced over snow, and you can use that. So let's go look for some more branches now to put in. My dog is running around here. My boy went back inside, but the dog, he doesn't go too far. He'll run around and come right back. He loves playing in the snow, but I'm gonna get some of his toys and play with him for a bit. Here he goes. I'm on the work side of the RV. We're not hooked up to nothing. But let me see if I find some of these branches. Some of them are sticking out just a bit. We can use these little twigs here to break up and throw into the fire. These are not bad, because I can break these up. See this one right here? I can use this. That make a lot of good fire here. But I will have to use the saw to saw some of these dead things off. They already have fallen down. You like that toy? I bought him that toy from Walmart a long time ago when we were going on one of our travel days, and we were showing our patronage to the Walmart by shopping after we stayed overnight. And he didn't like the toy at first, but after he got used to it, he loves it. So these little twigs, just sprinkle them in to keep this fire going. And the good thing about the fire pit is that there's a lot of wind blowing, but it won't blow inside where the fire is. So that's the cool thing about having the fire pit. Whew. The fire will still burn from the inside. Still feels a little cold. I'm kind of want to see what the temperature is. I'm pretty sure it's like below freezing because it is cold, but because you have this fire going, it keeps it really, really warm. Now, we were out for a while, and then I put the heat back on inside, so the heat is still burning on the inside of the RV too, but we try to keep it between 60 and 70 degrees inside. Let me check what the weather is outside, and then we'll check again what it is inside while the kettle is still burning. The fire is getting high now. As you can see, the weather outside, the temperature is a cold 17 degrees. The high is going to be 20, the low is 3. So we're coming back up from those negative temperatures, but it's still cold. We have it inside at 60. It's going to go up to about 65. But we're not even using the furnace. As you can see, it's off. We're using electric heat and Mr. Buddy heater. We have another thermostat behind the kids where it's reading just below 60, but this is on a slide, so that's why it's reading just below what the furnace thermostat is reading. Here's the Mr. Buddy heater. This is the old reliable here until we install a diesel heater, but this thing keeps us very warm. And remember, you can use the 1 pound to 20 pound adapter so that you can have propane for days. Since we had that, we're going to use up the small 1 pound cans that we have because we have no need for them. But this thing keeps everything warmed up. This is also a nice heated operated fan. So once it has heat, it powers up. Comes with 3 blades, and it works really, really well to distribute the heat evenly throughout the cabin. Well, the rig. We also have internet out here. My wife is about to watch Tangled with the kids as they play on their iPads. Good old AT&T hotspot. As you can hear, the teapot is whistling. That means the tea is ready. Well, not the tea, the hot water for my food here. It's really cool how that works, where you can just pour some hot water inside of the pack. And just let it cook as it is. Right, you'd have to let it sit for 5 minutes. I'm supposed to stir it, but let me stir it now. But you have to let it sit for 5 minutes after you pour the water in and close the container. Sorry for the wind. That Mountain House mac and cheese that I bought, it was only $9.99, but what I realized is that you can get it much cheaper if you buy it in a bundle. If you get like 6 packs, it would charge you about $50 or $40 for 6 packs. I chose to use Amazon because I'm an Amazon influencer. So I try to get all my packages from them. Again, I'm going to put a link down in the description for this Mountain House mac and cheese. They have all different types of flavors that are all very, very good. This is the first time I'm going to try out the mac and cheese flavor, but I'm sure it's going to be good. I love everything that has to do with cheese. And as I stirred up the bag, I did see some cheese that was in there. It looked like, you know, the big bricks of cheddar cheese. It looked like those were chopped up into like small little cubes inside of there. So with the boiled water inside and letting it sit for about 5 minutes, I'm guessing that cheese is gonna melt into the pasta along with the sauce. And I also think I saw bits of chicken in there, so that's gonna be really, really well. So I can't wait for that. About 2 minutes have elapsed, and I'm gonna chew that bad boy up. But let's take a look at this fire pit to see how it's doing, to warm up the hands a little bit. Fire is still burning really good. Remember, we had 2 big sticks sticking up from there. Now we only have 1, but you can just stick your hand in here and your whole body close to it, and it just warms you up. That's the best thing about these fire pits. You just put your hand close in. Pretty sure I can break that to put it in half, and I can save some of this wood for later. And then I can dump the ashes. Comes with like a little plate on the bottom that holds the ash. Once the fire cools down, there's like a little hook that you can use. This stick that comes with it is a steel stick, and you can pick it up and take out the plate and dispose of ashes. I'll show you the pole that it comes with now. This is the nice pole from East Oak that it comes with. Works really well. You just stick this in there and you can pick it up from the hook that's inside. You can also move around some of the wood to put it the way that you want. So I'm seeing that I can move this to make sure that it goes more in. And if I wanted to cook something else, I can also move this over just so that I have more cooking room. So that's pretty cool. I can put this thing all the way over once the wood burns down, and I could cook a whole meal on top of there. So that's pretty nice. They happy keeping warm over there. What you guys watching? What Melanie and, not Melanie, Charisma and Kalisha, what you guys watching? I don't know. Remember, it's 18 degrees outside. The temperature is still rising in here. We're at 62. It'll go all the way up to about 80. And you can use electric heat to keep it at 80, or you can just keep using the Mr. Buddy heater. But remember, when you're using the Mr. Buddy heater, you want to crack a window to have some sort of ventilation in here. This thing has a O2 sensor, so that when it senses that the oxygen is too low inside the room, it's supposed to shut off. But we have carbon monoxide detectors inside of here, so just in case that happens and there's a malfunction in the My Buddy heater, the Mr. Buddy heater, the carbon monoxide tester would go off. That's what it is right down there. This is the carbon monoxide tester. But this Mr. Buddy heater, this is a game changer. And if you're gonna get this, make sure you get the fan that goes along with it. This is really great, and it uses nothing. You don't have to plug in. All you need is propane, and it works. So if you're boondocking out somewhere with no connections and you need power, you need something to heat, this Mr. Buddy heater is great. We also have the power from the Life Pro 4 batteries. So that's a game changer in itself. All right, I just tested the Mountain House Buffalo style. You gotta leave it a little more than the 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go out and play with the dog, and I'll come back in and try this. But this pack is heavy. Once you add the water to it, it has some weight, so I'm pretty sure it'll fill you up real good. Come on, come on. Drop it, drop it. This is one cool thing about having a dog. You can come out and play with your dog, running around. They always have lots of fun. I'm waiting for a bit of warm weather so we can get out of here. It's supposed to warm up in the next couple of days, and I can use the shovel to break loose out of here. But all my stuff is frozen underneath. I don't mind, we like it here, and we have enough power to get us through the days. But this stuff is buried under the ice, so we can't get to our next spot. But we should be getting there soon. It's supposed to warm up in the next couple of days, go into the 50s, and that one day in the 50s, we'll be able to get out. I only put 2 big pieces of wood inside of this. The rest has been like little small branches and the accelerant to start the fire. But besides that, we didn't put much in there. And the fire is still going, which is pretty good. I mean, this East Oak fire pit is not bad at all. I mean, it burns fire, keep you warm. This is pretty cool. When I go tent camping, I'm gonna make sure I take this along with me to put outside the tent, a little distance from the tent, just to keep everything warm. One thing I noticed about the heat inside of this RV when you're using the furnace or the electric heat or the Mr. Buddy heater is that you can have it below 70 degrees and you'll be warmer than you are in the sticks and bricks. And I find that amazing. Inside here, it's about 63 degrees. It's gonna go up to about 70, 80, but at that temperature, it's like really unbearable in here. Because as soon as you start cooking, you turn on your oven, that's it. It's going to 100 degrees, easy. It can be 10 degrees outside, and if you have your RV at about 65, 70 degrees, you turn on that oven or that stove and start cooking, it's gonna jump 20 degrees in here. So that's one of the cool things about having the RV. So as you start baking, there's a small space, so it's gonna heat up really fast, just as it is now, and we're only using the Mr. Buddy heater. So it's really warm in here. Every now and again, I gotta run back in, check up on my little ones, and they like this weather. They always wanna come out, but I gotta make sure it's okay before I send them out, let them come out. I don't want them to freeze out here because you can see 18 degrees, but inside it's going all the way up. The thermometer says it's at 63, but feels like it's a much higher than that. But this is pretty cool. The fire's still going. I'm gonna let that sucker just burn. I'll let you see it now. All right, as you can see, the fire's still going. I got a little tint to the top of the fire pit because of the fire, but it's still blowing, going strong. That old East Oak, you can't go wrong with that. All right, this thing is ready to eat. I probably put a bit too much water in it, but it still looks really, really cheesy. It's nice, so let me try it out. Let's try this bad boy out. It's not bad at all. Taste the spice. Wow. Mountain House Adventure. Wow. You can taste all of the spices and all in here. Just nice. Definitely gonna take this with me. Everywhere I go. As vegetables, as cheese. That what I thought was cheese is actually carrots. So I'm gonna finish this up. And I'll get right back to you. The fire is still burning along. I'm gonna throw some snow in there just to put it out and make sure that it's out. But this is my fire pit. But I'm gonna make sure it's out before I put the fire pit away and empty out the ashes. But this is pretty cool to have your own fire pit. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. But remember, if you stuck around this long, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you aboard. If you want to help out our channel in any way, there's a thanks button down below. Anything we get for the channel goes right back into the channel. And remember, please hit that like button. Likes are for free. And if you want to comment to ask anything about the fire pit, the mountain horse source, just leave me a comment. We always respond. If you haven't already, check out our Facebook group, the Smalls RV Adventures. We're also part of the Overlander group. We on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram under the Smalls RV Adventures. Check out our Amazon storefront. It's under my name, Ricky Smalls, or the Smalls RV Adventures. I have a link down in the description below. You can check out all the products that we use and check out the nice prices for them. And remember, anything you purchase with the links that we provide, we do earn a small commission. Amazon throws us a bone just for showing you guys the products. So thanks again. We appreciate you. We're well over 2,000 subscribers. We're trying to get our subscriber count up. I believe we at like 2,300, but that's pretty cool, and I couldn't have got there without you guys. And thank you a lot. We're soon to get out of here and go on some other adventures. As soon as we can get this ice off the front of our rig and get our pads up, then we're going to go on some other adventures. But thank you guys for helping us build our channel the way it is built, and thank you for tuning in, and see you next time. See you later, everybody, and happy holidays.